Here are 4 types of microphones that every filmmaker should own in their arsenal. So the 4 types of microphones are going to be a studio microphone, a shotgun microphone, an on-camera microphone, and a lavalier microphone. So talking about the first microphone is going to be an on-camera microphone. Alright, so you guys are listening to me now on the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, my on-camera microphone of choice. So an on-camera microphone is meant to be on your camera and it provides a higher quality of scratch audio. Now I highly recommend an on-camera microphone in the event that something happens and none of these 3 other microphones were recording. Not to mention that you can use the audio from your on-camera microphone as a sound designing element. So there's a couple cool features about the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus in particular. The first is, of course, that it turns on with your camera. Gone are the days of leaving your on-camera microphone on, packing it up for the night, and then when you try to use that microphone again, it is dead. Secondly, there's a low-cut filter on this mic. This is great if there's an AC or a refrigerator running and you want to cut out that low hum that those devices provide. And then lastly, I can enable dual-track recording onto the scratch audio of my footage, meaning that I can set the levels with the microphone in the camera, and then I can have a second track on the right that is negative 12 decibels lower. Now, throwing this microphone onto your camera won't drastically improve your audio quality. You still want to make sure that your subject is in a decent audio range and not far out, because then it will sound a little tinny and it's not the best usable footage. So the next microphone after picking up an on-camera microphone I recommend is a lavalier microphone. A lavalier microphone, or lav for short, is a microphone that is usually placed on the subject and provides audio no matter where the subject goes. So unlike the rest of these microphones, if I back away and I start turning and moving and doing all my activities, I will still have clean, crisp audio. So the system that I use is the Sennheiser G4 wireless lav system that usually plugs directly into the camera, but for this instance I have it running into my field recorder, the Zoom H6. Now I use lavalier microphones primarily on wedding days. I place these microphones onto the groom or the officiant and let it run for the whole day. An alternative to these Sennheisers that I use on wedding days primarily are the Tascam DR10Ls. And the Tascams record to a micro SD card locally instead of transmitting back to a receiver onto my camera. And I use those over the Sennheiser to make sure that I'm not interfering with the DJ's audio system. However, for all my commercial work, I'm pulling out my Sennheisers. In terms of placement, you still want to keep your microphone 6 to 14 inches away from your mouth. A lot of people tend to clip it on the collar. However, that's going to give you a lot of low tones and throaty noises. So I'm on a quest to make sure people understand, to get the best audio from your lavalier microphone, you want to put it in the cavity between the chest of the subject. So the next is going to be a shotgun microphone. A shotgun microphone is more what you'll see in the Hollywood system, where this is being actively boomed over the scene or the subject. My boom microphone of choice is the Rode NTG3, which you are listening to me on right now. And in my opinion, this is the best type of microphone to own in your arsenal. The shotgun microphone provides the crisp and clearest audio in my opinion, although the SM7B is pretty good. So unlike a lavalier, which has an omnidirectional, meaning that it's going to record whatever orientation the microphone is sitting at on the subject, with a shotgun microphone, if I get off axis, you'll hear that I'm not as clear and loud as when I'm in the direct center. This is why I use this microphone for sit-down talking heads or interviews just like this, where I know the subject is not going to be walking away out of frame. And the same rule goes with this. You want to make sure you're 6 to 14 inches away from the subject's mouth. And contrary to belief, you actually want to point it at the chest of the subject. So if we had it pointed directly at the subject's mouth, you'll get a lot of mouth noises, so pointing at the chest mitigates that risk. And then lastly, we have a studio microphone. My studio microphone of choice recently has been the Shure SM7B. This microphone is super iconic. You'll see all your podcasters use it, and for great reason. This is a dynamic microphone, meaning that it picks up a very low sensitivity within the microphone. So most of the time, I'm pairing this with my cloud lifter to lift up the audio levels to make it something usable and audible. And what's cool about the SM7B in particular is that it has a built-in pop filter on it, meaning that I don't need that big circular pop filter within my frame anymore. So this just looks a lot cleaner on camera, and it also provides a very warm, rich tone. Now, you're never going to be using this microphone within the field because, like I said, this is a studio microphone, meaning that it's never really going to leave my office except for those occasional shoots. But this microphone is perfect for when you want to do voiceovers, or you want to do some narration, or video tutorials. In terms of placement for this microphone, you can get up real close and have a very podcasty sound voice. Or you could put it pretty far away, kind of right there, and then you just talk normally like this. Something to note with studio microphones in particular is that they are all built different ways. Some microphones you talk to the top like the Shure SM7B, and some microphones you'll talk to the side. So knowing which direction you need to be talking into the microphone is going to make sure you get the optimal sound that the manufacturers designed it. And then to record all of this audio, such as the shotgun and the studio microphone, you're going to want something like this, which is my Zoom H6 field recorder, which is currently powering all of these microphones. This is a field recorder that takes in the XLR inputs or 1/4 inch and will make sure that it's getting actually recorded. And if you're near a computer, you can use something like this, which is an analog to digital, the Focusrite Scarlett Solo. This will convert the analog signal of an XLR into a digital signal via USB-C. And so there are your 4 types of microphones that every filmmaker should have in their kit. If you guys want to buy any of these microphones, I'll put links in the description. They are not affiliate links, so I don't get any kickback, but these are solid products, and I highly recommend supporting these manufacturers. So if you guys like this content, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, and head over to Instagram at Sincast Productions, where we just finished 31 tips in 31 days to help speed up your filmmaking journey. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.